folks, today we are going to do some garden chores. So the boxes I built them because it's around an oak tree. The oak tree, it spans as high as the top. It could span even farther in the root system. So I did not want the oak tree taking the nutrients in the garden never grows, hence why I'm doing raised beds in the backyard. So I also have a slight mold problem. Therefore, I came up with the idea of putting screen at the bottom of the beds. So I own real property, so I buy stuff, you know, when I catch it on sale. So I caught this at Lowe's like 6 months ago. I bought a bunch of it, pretty much all they had. And it's regular $14 screen. If it was $14 then, you know it's about $25 now. And it's window screen. And I got them at $3.61 each on markdown clearance. So when you see stuff like that, definitely get it, because you can always find a use for it in the garden somewhere. We all should have screens in our windows. So just in case I get a broken one, I got some screen to replace it in this or any one of my other properties. So we're going out with the stapler. One sec. Don't follow me when I say one sec. So I did not have heavy duty staplers, so I'm hoping the light duty will work with the wood. We'll see, trial and error. But I'm going to just staple this to the bottom. Then we're going to start filling the beds today with cardboard, shredded paper. I've been shredding a bunch of old papers, so I have a few bags of that. And then I'm going to show you a special find this week that motivated me to go ahead and finish, because it was God's divine intervention. And I got a phone call, and I want to tell you about that phone call later. So follow me on out to the garden. My big monstera. This was one plant. Now it is 2 plants. Bought it less than 2 years ago for $25. Let's go on out. Take a look at the previous garden, and it's still doing fine. It probably needs another fertilization, a little extra water, and I've probably been neglecting it. But we are planning on harvesting this bok choy for Sunday's dinner, or either some more mustards. But I'm thinking about Chinese with some bok choy and shrimp and, you know, a little something for dinner. So here we go. I'm going to flip them over. so peaceful out here. A good view of the lake, and couldn't be at a better spot. One of the advantages of the HOA, if anything ever goes down, is the mic on? If anything ever goes down, I will have at least a water source for watering my vegetables from that lake. So if you have a lake nearby, one of your pressure supplies may be with your solar generator, maybe a pump to pump water off the lake, or pond, or whatever, to feed your plants and grow your food. So think ahead what may come, and if it never comes, at least you know you'll have it in the event it does. So I could have also used the garden liner, and I may add that also. However, I wanted like double protection from the moles, because they are making some pretty big tracks in my yard at this time in certain places, and I didn't want to draw them near. Plus, this may also kind of block the this may also kind of block the grass. It'll help do the same thing that some garden liner would do. Block the grass, block the roots from feeding, the roots of the tree from feeding on my bed. And try to have multiples of everything if you can. You just never know when something may. Upside down blooper. That's all you do. Just put a little screen. It's actually working. The light duty is working out for me. One thing on one little screen. Oh shoot, I need two. There and there. Pull it real tight right here. me get some scissors. Oh yeah, that's a bit much. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the window screen. I'm going to check for the garage. That's a whole row. That ain't gonna work. So this is one roll of screen, and since this screen is so freaking valuable, I think I'm going to try the actual garden cloth next, because the screen is too valuable for this. And again, everything's going up, and I have other properties that may need this exact screen at a time that I don't want to pay for it. So, whoopie time. So, go ahead, finish on this one. And I'm going to do that. I thought this was going to be enough for all 3 beds, but obviously that didn't work out. So, plan B is in progress. Let me go find it. It. Again, back to the drawing board. So all I had was this one piece of garden fabric, which should cover one. And then I had to use another piece of screen. Hopefully this will cover the third one. And again, this was $9.48. It is 4 feet by 84, so it should cover the whole bed this time. And it was only $2.37 clearance. So definitely stock the clearance aisles when you go to your home improvement stores. You never know what you're going to find. So let me tell you something else about being in an HOA. It's something called easements, because something you may not know, I also work in mortgages. I look at titles, and they have something called easements. So the utility company has the right to come on your land and bury wires anytime they pretty much get ready. One day I was leaving my house and I looked and saw this line running all the way to the street. I'm like, okay, so is somebody trying to steal electricity or what? So I followed the line just to see where it went. It comes here, which they need to push this back some. And it goes all the way to that street. So they're going to come later and bury this line, or bury a different line. You don't have to keep walking. Bury a different line. And look where they're at. Right by my lemon tree. What they think they doing? So, that's a problem. But it goes all the way to the street, around the corner, and into my next door neighbor box on the other side. That is really something to think about when you're trying to plan a garden. But good thing they did it before I planted, because no way would they have gone under my beds once they are already in place. So, back to the action plan. I'm only trying to spend about 2 hours out here today. So this is the only piece I had out there of the actual garden fabric. Okay, so don't take it off. This actually covers the whole bed. Thought I had more. Again, I catch the clearance sales, but I am so unorganized, again, lazy and unorganized, that I could not find it. So instead of spending the whole day out there looking for something that may not even really truly be there, I gave up. I saw this one piece, say I'll use it. Move on. Get a good start, and then come back in. Okay. This actually works a lot better anyway than the screen. Plus, like I said, the screen is a valuable resource at this time. I'm sure that saved screen is $30 right now, or roll, or something outrageous at the rate everything is going, if you can find it. So I'll hold on to that for later, because actually a friend is already asking me about it. The screen in her porch. Oh, this thing hurts your hand. Okay. And the last one. know that one. Let me grab something to cut it with. And again, we know this may rust over time. I don't worry about contamination or anything on my food, because anything you grow at home is better than what you're buying out the grocery store. No matter what you have or use, get out there and grow, because you do not know what is in this stuff in the grocery store. So, I just don't mind at this point. Oh, look at the pretty geese. Take a shot. Don't get the neighbor in a shot. His dog barking. Isn't that just peaceful and serene? Enjoying nature. Get all them herons over there. Get out the neighbor. Beautiful. That might be my intro. That might be my shot. Okay, so that's some good views while working in the garden, making you appreciate nature and appreciate life in general at this moment, because sometimes you just gotta breathe. You just have to breathe. So for those of you who are just finding my channel, I am the lady. Not ashamed to say lady. Enjoy gardening. I am here to teach you or assist you. I teach because I am not a teacher. I'm too impatient for that. To help you navigate having a full self-sustaining backyard garden in an HOA. And neat and nifty ways of doing it on a budget. Stop it for a minute. Let me go get some more. Figure out where exactly I want this. I'm looking at the worst of the worst grass, because we can part with that. I'm looking for a good sun. But I don't want to go over there because that's better grass. So it's a lot of decision making before I start, before I get, to the final touches on this. But I asked to build the boxes, and I had 30 days to build them. I have more time to plant, even though it's time to get some stuff in the ground. This Florida weather this year is looking extremely weird. It's like we are not having a winter at all. We had, most nights are 57, 60. So that kind of gives me the carte blanche to plant anything I want to at this point. And in January, February, it'll surprise me. And we'll start getting those cold nights, and then I'll be whatever, out of some seeds maybe. But we're just watching and waiting and seeing. Who knows? I may drop some seeds by the end of this weekend. So near me is a chicken farm. So I called them yesterday, and what?
B.
I just saw a snake. I called them yesterday, and they do have free manure. They'll give you all you want to. The only thing about that is it's not composted. So it's no good to me because I can't sit in the yard with the chicken coop and wait on it to compost. So that is where I'm at with that. But after what I'm about to show you, I can probably afford to buy a few bags for amendments, but I just don't trust the bags. So a friend of mine and I'll show you her garden at one day. We're talking yesterday, well the other day, about the chicken compost, and she's been gardening for a few years on this run, longer than I have, and she says she's had her best success this time. And what she did different this time, and she's cheap. I'm cheap, but she is the ultimate cheap. She said what she did this time that made it so different is she went to the zoo and got free compost. You have to scoop it yourself. Is it fly around me? It's running from bees. Don't run, because then he's gonna bother you more. Is he gone, or is he down my shirt or something? You don't see him? He went away. Stay on the lookout for him. Okay. So no, I'm not going to till up the grass ahead of time. What I'm going to do is I caught some weed preventer on sale at the Walmart. So once I figure out the placement of these beds, below the beds, I will put the weed preventer. So I'm going to put down the weed preventer, and hopefully that will do the trick, plus smothering out the grass and weeds, because we are not diggers either. I do not own a tiller, so again, the reason I'm doing it out here is the oak tree. You see the oak tree? You see the oak tree? Up and up. And we are standing under the edge of where the minimum of the edge, where the root system would be. The root system would come out as far as the top of the tree comes out. So in actuality, this could really truly be growing under my house at this point, as far as the root system. So imagine the top of the tree is also underground. So the main reason for using the bed is to contain and to not feed the oak tree anymore too much to make it grow, I have to have this thing trimmed about once a year. I'm also going to get the sprinkler guy, the sprinkler company. I got a guy, Pookie and them, like Frugal Nurse Homestead was talking about the other day. Pookie and them came to fix and work on the sprinklers. They did not do a good job, but I'm going to get the irrigation company to come and set it up to where the sprinkler system, I got to water grass, I might as well water my food too. So I want to set it up to where the sprinkler system, yeah, I want to get that some. The sprinkler system will also water the garden. So I'm going to put them up on higher, make them a little bit higher, so they'll water the garden in the process. And we got bed, and we're going to test out and see what works the best also. So that will probably get more sun sitting over there. However, I may want to put one over here, but I'm so scared to overfeed this tree and it will out of control. But this is full sun all day long. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move this over there. Placement purposes, and then later on I can add more, and then later on in the future I really want to pull that one down and move it onto the ground and actually use my fine expensive paper patio with a fire pit, something like that. So, yeah, see, that's so dark. But some of the good grass is over here. So, pause so the cameraman can help me move these around. Okay, so on Wednesday or Thursday this week, my friend called me and said, girl, oh my God, the soil was $2 a bag. This soil was bringing up $9.97, $6.87. And there wasn't nothing under $5. All of it was $2 a piece. And I grabbed as many as I could. I did leave some. It was outside on the sidewalk, so always be on the lookout for your soil deals. So this is enough to fill the bed. So as I said, I got old Amazon boxes and delivery boxes. Good time to clean your garage. I'm putting all of these down in the bottom. They'll decompose. And I also have this large thing of cocoa cord. This is supposed to be a potting soil, but I'm going to mix it with the regular soil to give it more moisture locking abilities. And can the camera look at me, please? Some more moisture locking abilities and drainage. So we have to move all of this around the back of the house, and we have a hand truck to do it on. So we're going to load up the hand truck and move this around. And we also got this on clearance at Walmart to put up under the bed to kind of kill the grass, prevent weeds from busting through. So that's what we're doing now, and we'll be back. So go back through the bag, or you. Okay, so we've been rolling these bags of dirt all the way around the house on dollies with flat tires. Just my luck. However, we made it. So I dump them in place, of course, and we got a bunch of yellow jackets or whatever rolling around everywhere I go. They must love this dirt. So they'll make good pollinators later. So I'm trying to stay out of their way and hoping they'll stay out of mine. So careful not to bury the silvers. So what I did is put down old boxes, shredded paper. I have a real good shredder. So I had 3 bags of shredded paper that I've been saving on the bottom. And then dump them in place. These some heavy bags. Lord, I will sleep good tonight. Super good.
No, she won't.
Stand in here. Whew. I gotta dump them off. Lord, this is a lot of work. But it will pay off in the long run. And there you go. 1 bag down, about 30 more to go. And we're going to mix this with some amendments. Now I'm still going to try to go to the zoo and see if they have some compost ready. So I'm mixing garden soil and container mix to get proper drainage. $10 a bag, this would have been a big expense. That's why I always keep your little change for your garden fund, so that you will have, when you see the sale, you can take advantage of the sale. But this would have been a lot at $2 per bag, even after you threw in cardboard and all the extra. Three. Blade out. So this is the final resting place. I know it's under a tree. But in the hot Florida summer, that might actually save my garden a little bit, giving it a little bit of cover. So, but the sun spends the most time over on this side. cut these back in half. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna need a little help. Okay, so we have emptied the mix of soil, garden soil, container mix. We've also added some mushroom compost, some earthworm castings, and some perlite, just what I had left for sitting around, for it to help with drainage and feeding. Then while we've been out here, we saw a little hornet's nest. I hope it's not a brown hornet's nest. Those are pretty dangerous because you can walk up on them. But we also saw these right here. Zoom in. I am not sure what those are. They almost look like little wild strawberries, but not for certain. Not gonna eat them, but they are so interesting looking. So this is all. This is a day of gardening with the lazy. Even they're even coming here and there and there. So I'll check those out and figure out what they are. But that is a day, morning, Saturday afternoon of gardening with the lazy HOA gardener. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and learn how to garden with me in an HOA.